Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. It is Thursday, the 30th of March, 2023, and over the next two lots of Sisters of Battle come in. Order of the Argent Shroud and Order of the Bloody Rose. So 6 figures, using obviously the same Sisters of Battle body, but some different heads and maybe a couple of differences here and there. Which is not a bad thing, as I said in the Toy Haul video, because the Sisters of Battle are actually fantastic figures. So I'm really excited to get more of them. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Let's get a look at the boxes. We'll go for the Order of the Bloody Rose first of all. So we have Sister Ignacia. Looks pretty cool on the box right there. Or the box, I should say, it's not artwork. Holds that weapon particularly well in that picture. Looks pretty nice on the back. Looks like a decent sculpt on their head as well. And it tells us that these are 10.7 cm, so they're quite big. Next up we have Sister Superior Camina. Looks pretty cool with that sword as well. Very nice. Let's put them to the side over here. Next is Sister Lonel. Or could be Lonel, I guess, but Lonel sounds better. Looks pretty nice. Nice that the magazine can come out on the gun, you can see there. Very cool. Then we come to Order of the Argent Shroud. Sister Superior, first of all, can't even speak, Edinka. That nice looking sword again. Looks pretty cool. Decent head sculpt. Quite a lot of glare though. Then we have Sister Vitas. Quite liking that two-tone hair on the head. Hopefully look as good when I get it unboxed. And lastly, Sister Ermengarde. Like the Russian or Eastern European at least sounding names on these ones. Perhaps not Russian. Looks very cool. Okay, I'm going to pause this and unbox them, then set them up. If you like sort of content and want to see it as soon as it's uploaded, you can join the Patreon, link in the top right of your screen. Now, you can cancel at any time, so you don't have to join for any real amount of time if you don't want to. Okay, let me get this all unboxed and we'll get a look at this. So back in an instant. Okay, here they are all set up. They do look absolutely fantastic. Really, really stunning figures. I do like these a lot. Let's go from right to left. Let's go from right to left, not left to right this time. So the Superior on the Order of the Bloody Rose looks really, really nice. Great work on the paint apps on the face this time. Look at that. That looks like a real person. That's actually quite realistic. Very nice. Looks very, very cool. Got like the holstered gun here, which is the one she's actually holding now, but they don't give you an empty holster. Very nice. She also comes with, which they pretty much all do, with the, come and stand up for me, with the bolter gun here. Yeah, you can take out the clip on this one. Yeah, not such a great color. I mean, you might be worth swapping these round with the Sisters of the Argent Shroud ones, because they got the red and gold. We might match them more, I don't know, even though it's not going to really be, you know, sort of how they're supposed to be. Okay, next one, got both her guns here. Same gun again. Again, another great head sculpt and great paint apps. And here, nice to have a bit of discoloration going on, a little tiny bit. Very, very nice looking indeed. Don't fall over. I also took out one of the helmets here. They are all pretty much identical. I didn't actually look at all of them. Just a brief glance. Pretty nice. But I think I prefer quite menacing actually, having that green, but I think I prefer the unhelmeted heads. Last one, same gun again, you can see here. And then if I pick her up and take her out, does look very, very cool. And a huge drilled barrel makes it even more menacing. Again, her head sculpt again, and the paint apps on the face, really quite nice. Okay, let's go on to the Order of the Argent Shroud. You're going to stand up for me. So the Mother Superior. Great little pose here, I think. I think it looks great in this pose. Again, good head sculpt. Nice details. Nothing really different to the others, just the colour scheme really. But I think they both look great. I prefer the silver, the Argent Shroud, to the bloody rose. I don't know actually. I think I might prefer the bloody rose. It's very difficult to choose. I do prefer the silver overall, but that's because you could make a nice female knight custom from this with very little work. Now that hair is looking great in that two-tone there. Let's give it a bit of a focus going on. There we go. Great paint apps on the face, very, very realistic. More realistic than the guys they've been doing for 40k. You can take off the semi-soft goods here, the pliable goods, and get like this look here, which is okay. And to the last one. Does look pretty cool. Again, nice sculpt on the head. Nice looking figure indeed. And they all come with 4 extra hands, or 2 pairs of hands, which I've not swapped around. So you get a left trigger hand, a left semi-gripping hand, not a very tight gripping hand. You get a left or a left fist as well, and you get a right, more tight gripping hand. Okay, just to compare the helmets from the two, and yeah, just the paint apps are different, but they do look pretty much identical, which is not an issue. You'd expect them to be very, very similar. Okay, so I will take the articulation will be the same as the standard ones. I will take the furthest left for articulation. Let me rephrase that. Not the standard ones as their first release Sisters of Battle. Okay, so let's get a bit of focus going. There we go. So articulation, left, right, up, down, side to side, no problem. Oh, the nozzles do turn on the backpack. I think I missed that on the last review. Arms, got the pauldrons here, which are really sort of getting away, so they can't really go around. But to the side, you're getting almost 90 degrees. Bicep, you're getting, this is 90 here, and 90 there. You've got trunk, good turn, good forwards and backwards, good side to side. Is there waist? There is waist, but it's under these parts here, which are going to really sort of limit articulation. So you get together, fantastic forwards, fantastic backwards, good side to side. On the hands, it is the double ball joint, so you can line up and get articulation any way you want, I believe. Am I telling you right? Or is it actually an articulated joint? No, hands is an articulated joint. You're going to need to line a joint up to get the articulation angle you want. So legs, not very wide because the armor gets in the way, but that's okay. Forwards is pretty good. Backwards is fantastic, so you can get a proper full splits without the legs splaying out, which is good. There is a thigh twist. There's a double kneecap, quite tight, not too ugly. And foot is tippy toe, dorsiflexation, small swivel, but there's no boot turn, as we'd expect. Though I'd have preferred to have the same wrist articulation as the Space Marines and foot articulation as them too, but never mind, that's just my preference, not that it's particularly better. Let's get a quick check on size. They said, what's it, 10 point something? I've forgotten what's in the box now. So you can see that they are about 10 point, coming on 10.5, depending. So it's a good size. If we look at the color scheme compared to the first release of Battle System, this is the banner bearer. I've forgotten the actual name now. You can see we've got the three color schemes. We've got the silver, we've got the red, and now we've got the black. Which one do you think looks best? Possibly the red looks best, but for me, I would say silver for me is my preference. And the reason being is, as I said, you could probably make a really good knight. Now, if I got here a Boss Fight Studios female knight for quarter. If I move these guys out of the way quickly, we can do a little comparison and see. So here's our Order of the Argent Shroud. Here's a female knight for cord from Boss Fight Studios. Different company, but it's a fantasy figure and it's the same scale. And look at that. Take off that backpack, a little bit of modding here and there, and you've got yourself a great female knight. Would you remove the pauldrons maybe? I'm not sure. Looks pretty great. Either way, I think it looked good. I've got here the loose helmet that came the night of the female knight of the quad, but it's made for a skull head, which is skinnier, and yeah, her head's too big. Looks like she's got. It looks alright, except you go to the back is like. So maybe swap the heads over. That needs some work because their neck peg system is different. I do like these new Sisters of Battle. I think they're very, very nice. Now, I like them all anyway, but I think the Sisters of Battle and the Tau Fire Team, I think, are probably my favourite. That and the Orcs, I think, are my favourite releases so far. I just think they look really good and got great all-round features and articulation. Fantastic job by JoyToy again. If you don't want to have the black ones, you can have the Order of the Argent Shroud, you can have the Order of the Bloody Rose. You've got choices galore, which is fantastic for us guys who like to collect, but not for us guys who are completionists, because our wallets will suffer because we want to buy everything, and sometimes you want to buy multiples. Now, I am tempted to get maybe another one of the silver ones, just so I can make that female knight, or maybe a couple, maybe all three again. And then maybe make some female knights to go with my Boss Fight Studio stuff. But if I do that, I will show you guys the progress and how they look, etc, etc. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out saying please like, share, subscribe, consider joining the Patreon, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.